What were the circumstances leading up to the decision a 16-year-old kid makes about going into the Marine Corps for you?
I couldn't get laid, you know, and
Gene Hackman is an American retired actor and novelist. During his 6-decade career, Gene Hackman has been nominated for 5 Academy Awards, winning 2, including Best Actor in The French Connection. He's also won 3 Golden Globes and 2 BAFTAs. His performance as Buck Barrow in 1967's Bonnie and Clyde launched his career. He's perhaps best known for his film role in 1971's The French Connection, 1992's Unforgiven, and 1993's The Firm.
you got anything stronger than this, Deputy?
No, we ain't.
Oh.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Eugene Allen Hackman, but is also known as Popeye. He was born on January 30th, 1930 in San Bernardino, California, making him age 90 at the time of this production. He stands at 6 feet 2 inches or 188 centimeters. Gene can be seen flying or in planes in many of his movies. He does fly in his own time, but unfortunately there are no photos available. Gene Hackman is an avid race car driver, pilot, writer, and painter. His declining health has forced the actor to give up his more dangerous hobbies in favor of painting. The star decided to put aside his lust for fast cars and flying to improve his health. He explains, "You need to stay on top of it, and once your reflexes go, you're out. Flying is the kind of sport that if you don't stay current, you can get yourself in trouble." He continues, "You start looking at your mortality and you say, hey, I gotta start taking care of myself a little bit more. So I've tried to do that." Instead, Hackman has devoted more time to his other hobby, painting. He explains, "It's something that I can do without having 90 people standing around and watching. I've always painted. It's always been a real love of mine. I don't like showing my work because I'd like to keep it private. It's just something that I can do that I can call my own." In the late 1970s, Hackman competed in Sports Car Club of America races driving an open-wheeled Formula Ford. In 1983, he drove a Dan Gurney Team Toyota in the 24 Hours of Daytona Endurance race. He also won the Long Beach Grand Prix Celebrity Race. He's an avid fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars and regularly attended Jaguars games as the guest of then-head coach Jack Del Rio. Hackman's first marriage was to Faye Maltese. They had 3 children, Christopher Allen, Elizabeth Jean, and Leslie Ann Hackman. The couple divorced in 1986 after 3 decades of marriage. In 1991, he married Betsy Arakawa.
The other part of your question was, how do we work? Painfully.
Eugene Allen Gene Hackman was born January 30th, 1930 in San Bernardino, California. At 16 years old, Hackman dropped out of high school and lied about his age in order to enlist in the U.S. Marine Corps. After being discharged in 1951, he worked his way from Illinois to New York, taking on various jobs and studying journalism and TV production as well. At some point in the 1950s, Gene moved to California to pursue an acting career. In 1956, he began studying at the Pasadena Playhouse Theater, where one of his classmates was Dustin Hoffman. The two became friends and shared the dubious honor of being labeled least likely to succeed. He moved to New York City in 1957. In 1958, he landed his first off-Broadway role in off-Broadway plays. In New York, he became friends with Robert Duvall and was roommates with Dustin Hoffman for a time. Gene's big break came after director Robert Rosen cast him in 1975's Lilith alongside Warren Beatty. Beatty then helped Hackman land a supporting role in the film Bonnie and Clyde, 1967, a role which brought Hackman critical acclaim and his first Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Many roles and successes in the film industry followed as Hackman continued to explore different genres and types of characters. Gene Hackman retired from acting in 2004. He's not appeared in a major commercial film or television production since 2004's Welcome to Mooseport. His only entertainment projects since 2004 have been 2 documentaries for which he lent his voice as a narrator. For The French Connection in 1971, he was paid $100,000. For Lucky Lady in 1975, $1.35 million. For Superman in 1978, he was paid $2 million. And for The Quick and the Dead in 1995, he was paid $1.3 million. Gene Hackman's net worth is $80 million. For many years, Gene has made Santa Fe, New Mexico his primary residence. His current primary residence is a 12-acre property that he and his wife Betsy Arakawa extensively remodeled, then redesigned. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett visited Hackman after filming Enemy of the State in 1998. The Smiths were so impressed by the Hackman estate that they hired his architect to build their palatial Malibu compound. In the 1980s, he owned an incredible 25-acre property in Montecito, California, near Santa Barbara, for $5.5 million, roughly $13 million in today's dollars. In 2015, a later owner sold his house for $25 million. He also previously owned a house in Pebble Beach, California, which he sold in 1993. In 2012, this home was listed for $80 million. Hackman used to race in a 1983 Toyota Celica GTU. These days, he's likely to own a Porsche Panamera, a Mercedes E-Class, a Ford Mustang Shelby, and a Tesla Model S.